Hi friends, welcome back. Welcome if you are new here. My name is Courtney. I am a Gen X stay-at-home mom, housewife, and aspiring author. And this is my channel where I'm kind of documenting um, the journey of writing and publishing my first books. So I have not posted in a while, and I did not mean to fall off the face of the internet, but things got a little bit hectic, and um, I really didn't understand how hard it was going to be for me to kind of juggle all of these things that I'm trying to do during the month of July and even into August. It is the 24th when I am filming this, August 24th. So July was a little bit intense. We were doing some like home projects in our house. Obviously, we threw a baby shower for our daughter, whose baby is due September 9th. So we're kind of going into baby watch because she could really go at any time. Um, and then August, it was kind of more of the same. It was back to school and prepping for that, trying to get my youngest son like back on a schedule, like open house and meet the teacher and kind of all of that stuff. And today actually is my husband's 50th birthday, but we threw him a party over the weekend. And so, once again, I was kind of in like party prepping mode for that. And it just got to be a lot. And then managing some of like my health things. We had a lot of assessments and appointments this month for our son. So things just kind of fell by the wayside in terms of me documenting things for YouTube and me really writing. July was Camp NaNoWriMo, and I had set some goals for myself. I'm a little bit disappointed that I did not achieve more or do more with the time, but I do think that I did the best that I could. I was able to really get in the habit of writing or doing something to kind of further my writing, whether that is like researching some like self-publishing things, like setting up timelines, um, brain dumping like more ideas that I have had. And I did write more days than not, which is a step in the right direction for me. I do um, think that I kind of get in my head a little bit where I think like, oh, I'm afraid to I'm afraid that the ideas will stop or the words will stop, and I'm not sure like where that's coming from or why I think that, but I do. So I was really happy that I ended up working on my project more days than not. It wasn't every day, it wasn't as much as I wanted to, but I did get in the habit of like dedicating time to something that's really important to me. And I think as a wife and a mom, I tend to put myself kind of last on the list of priorities, and I know that that happens a lot for people who are in my same role, and I yeah, I'm happy that I just kind of got in the habit of carving out that time for myself. Um, so I had set up a goal to have the project that I was working on finished, edited, and ready to publish. And I had set a pre order date for the end of this month, and then I wanted the book to go live like 3 weeks from the pre order date. And what I have decided is that project really is not ready to be published. And as disappointed as I am in that, um, I I would rather wait until I think that it's ready. And the feedback that I've received on it has been positive, and some of it is me, right? And I have to admit that I'm my own worst critic. I never think that anything is good enough, but but I have been able to kind of approach it a little bit objectively and say there are just things that I wanted to do with this book, and I haven't been able um, to do them the way that I wanted to. I still feel like the tone is a little bit off. The pacing is a little bit off. It feels a little bit overwritten and just kind of too much, if that makes sense. And so I have decided to put that Project Bloom on hold for now and kind of get some distance for it. And I was able to put together a really like rough outline of the next book that I wanted to write. Um, and so that is what I am focusing on. My intention was to have um, 3 books as like standalones, but happen like in the same place, so they're like interconnected, but readers would be able to read them just as a one-off if they wanted to do so. So yeah, I have a rough outline for that book, and what I'm going to do is use the rest of this month to really pull the outline together, to tweak it, to really plot out the beats, and to get the B plot um, more fleshed out. And then I am going to write the first draft of that book, which it doesn't have a working title yet, in September. And my goal for September is to write the first draft, write as clean of a zero draft as I can. I would like to, I'm giving myself 6 weeks to write the first draft. I plan to write every day, at least Monday through Friday, and see. I think that it is, if I have a really great outline, I'm a plotter, then I think 6 weeks should really be enough time. That means that I am having to kind of reconfigure my goals and the schedule that I had for myself for publishing, but I'm okay with that because I would rather, I mean, obviously every book I write is going to be better than the last one because I'm hoping to like exercise that muscle and build on that skill set. But I still want the first book published to be the best that I'm capable of producing. So I'm okay with reconfiguring the like deadlines and the schedule that I set for myself. So that's kind of my writing update. Posting more writing vlogs as I get back into the swing of everything. School has started for my youngest. We have more of a set schedule, and I think it will just be a little bit easier for me to manage things. So if you have already published something, when did you decide it was good enough to be published? And like at some point you have to stop like writing and editing, and if the goal is to put your work out there, at some point you have to put your work out there. So how did you know that you were ready to do that? Because yeah, I have no real clue. So anyway, that is my update. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to follow my self-publishing journey, be sure to click the subscribe button down below, turn on notifications, if you want to be notified when I post new videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.